The Mirror of Echoes. In the quiet town of Everbrook, there was an old, forgotten antique shop nestled between two modern buildings. People rarely visited, but those who did often whispered about the strange objects that filled its shelves. The shop was owned by a mysterious man named Mr. Dorian, who rarely spoke to anyone, and his prized possession was an ancient mirror covered in dust. One day, a curious teenager named Emma, fascinated by old artifacts, wandered into the shop. Mr. Dorian greeted her with a cryptic smile. "Ah, you found it," he said, pointing to the dusty mirror in the back. Emma stepped closer. The mirror wasn't like any other she had seen. It had an ornate frame, carved with symbols that seemed to shift when she wasn't looking directly at them. "It's said to reflect more than just your image," Mr. Dorian whispered, his voice low and full of secrets. "Some say it shows your true self, or something else entirely." Intrigued, Emma bought the mirror, her mind racing with questions. That night, as the moonlight filtered into her room, she couldn't resist. She stood before the mirror, staring into its depths. At first, her reflection seemed normal. But then, the glass rippled like water, and her reflection smiled back at her, but Emma hadn't smiled. Her reflection began to move on its own, silently stepping out of the mirror. She gasped, backing away. The reflection spoke in a voice that wasn't her own. "Do you really know who you are, Emma? What lies beneath your surface?" Panicked, Emma tried to touch the mirror, but it was like she was touching something alive. Her reflection reached through the glass and grabbed her arm, pulling her in. The world around her twisted, and suddenly, she wasn't in her room anymore. She was in a dark, labyrinthine world, filled with shadows that whispered her name. Strange creatures with glowing eyes watched from the edges of her vision. "Welcome to the Echo Realm," the reflection said, now standing beside her. "Here, all your fears, desires, and truths live, waiting to be faced." Emma was determined to escape, but the reflection kept leading her deeper into the maze. It spoke of secrets buried in her past, things she had long forgotten or refused to confront. Every corner she turned revealed more of herself, things she was terrified to face. In the final room, a massive mirror stood at the center, reflecting not only Emma, but every version of herself that she could have been. There was the fearless version, the artist, the traveler, the one who never gave up on her dreams, and the one who was too afraid to try. "Which one do you choose?" the reflection asked. With a deep breath, Emma stepped forward, her heart racing. She knew that facing her fears and choices was the only way out. The mirror's surface shimmered, and the reflection stepped aside. Emma reached out, touching the mirror's surface once more. Suddenly, the world around her shattered like glass, and she found herself back in her room, the morning sun rising outside. The mirror was just a mirror again, reflecting only her. But something had changed. She felt different, stronger, more certain of herself. She had faced her inner demons, and now she knew who she truly was. As Emma left the shop that day, the bell above the door jingled softly, and Mr. Dorian gave her a knowing look. "The mirror never shows you everything," he said with a wink. "Only what you need to see."